Welcome to the Built to Scale series Outside Marketing, bringing you quick, actionable episodes to help move your business forward. Here's your host, Craig Severinsen.
Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of Outside Marketing. This is the show where we talk about how do you build a thriving business without sacrificing your personal life. And today we're talking about my number one skill to flip an angry client and retain them and make them a happy, satisfied customer. Super excited. As always, check out builttoscalehq.com if you want more content just like this. The Built to Scale podcast is there. There's other resources. You can even see how to work with me if you want help growing your business with the Built to Scale framework. So let's talk about flipping an angry client and how you can handle that conversation. You know, it always comes up every once, there's no way to avoid having conversations because that with an angry client, because sometimes things go bad. Sometimes you can't control it, and client work goes sideways or life happens, and sometimes a client just isn't as happy as they could be. So how do you address that situation? Because retention is a very, very important part of running your business. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on sales, and it's really important because sales is the lifeblood of your business. If you don't have clients coming in, then your business can't grow. But one of the things we don't recognize all the time is that as you're bringing clients in, if clients are going out at that same rate, then you're on a treadmill, right? You're on an escalator where like you're trying to walk up the wrong way of an escalator and it's going down and you're just staying in one spot, right? Like you're not really making any traction. And what's even sadder than staying in place is lots of people are losing clients faster than they're getting clients, but the loss is so small that you can't even tell that your business is slowly dying. So, along with sales, you need to put a lot of attention on retaining your clients. It is so, so important. And think about it this way: if you retained, it's probably impossible to retain 100%, but let's just say if you retain 100% of your clients, how many clients do you actually need? If you're selling a premium offer, you probably only need like 10, 20 clients, right? When clients are churning constantly, then you need hundreds and hundreds of clients. But if you retain 100%, you don't need as many clients, right? So retention is a huge, huge part of what you do. Okay, so what happens when things go sideways and you have to have a difficult conversation with a client? There's a tool that I use and I teach my clients that works really, really well, and I call it framing. And the idea behind framing is to get your client on the same page as you so that when you have this difficult conversation, it's not confrontational, but you view it as a team effort around a common goal. Doesn't that sound good? Wouldn't you like when you're dealing with an angry client or customer to come to the table and say, "Hey, we're on the same page. So let's work on this together." And that's what framing is going to do for you. And this is how it works. So before you even get into the issue, you start the conversation by setting a common goal. So this might look like, let's say that you didn't reach the goals that you wanted to reach in your campaign or whatever service you're providing. And you say, okay, hey, client John Doe, Jane Doe, um, I think my goal today is to look at what's happened with this campaign and leave with a clear pathway of how to move towards the results that we want so that your business grows and thrives and makes the money or whatever the goal is that they want to make, right? Does that sound like a good idea to you? Is that a goal that we can work on together? And they're going to agree to that, of course, right? And now we've taken this situation that is confrontational and we've changed it around to where we're coming together to work towards a common goal, and we can start looking frankly at what's going on, right? Okay, so let's look at the campaign. So this is what we wanted to have happen. Unfortunately, this is what happened. Here are my recommendations moving forward. Tell me, what do you think? Does that sound like a good plan to you, and they're going to come back and tell you yes or no, or have a legit conversation with you. But by getting on that same team, you're going to avoid the butting heads and like trying to, you did wrong, no, you did wrong, like the back and forth. It's the same tactic you use in a sales conversation, right? When you start a sales call, what do? I'm going to move this a little closer. Here we go. You start your sales conversation by getting on the same page, right? By setting the goals. The goal for this call is to XYZ, explore your business, right? And see if it's a good idea for us to work together to see if we can help you reach your goals. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, let's do it, right? It's the same tactic you're using in a sales conversation, but we're using it for retention. And by the way, that pattern that I just outlined, if you get serious about retaining your clients, like you're like, I want to retain 100% of my clients, which should be your goal. I don't know that you'll ever reach it, but you can, like, for sure, 90% realistic, right? You can't retain 100% because people retire, people pass away, like businesses change, like there's unforeseeable things, right? But like you can retain the majority of your clients. And when you get serious about it, that pattern I just laid out of having a meeting at least once a year, you could do it as often as quarterly, you could do it as often as monthly if you wanted to, but it's a quarterly, twice a year, once a year, you sit down and you say, okay, let's go over the results that we've gotten. And our goal today is to see what the best pathway is forward. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's go over this. And whether the results are good or bad, regardless of how it's gone, if you approach that situation as a strategic partner, somebody who's there to help them reach that next level, right? Then you're going to have a really constructive conversation. And it's going to go like this. It's going to go, okay, here was the goal. Here's the results we got and what we did. Here's our plan moving forward. And to get these other goals that we want. Are you down for another year? Are you down for another round? Let's go. Let's do this, right? By showing up as that strategic partner, you're going to retain more of your clients. And it requires you to step up your game, right? You got to step up your game and actually care about the results your clients are getting and track the results that your clients are getting. But when you own that, you retain more clients and your business will be more successful. It is awesome. I love it. That's what I got for you today. I'd love to hear your comments. How are you retaining clients? What's your number one secret? What's your number one tip? When you deal with an angry client, what is it that you do? Put that in the comments. And until next time, take some fast, focused, imperfect action. I believe in you. I got your back. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful weather. And until next time, see ya.
Thanks for joining us. To check out all the Built to Scale episodes and to see how Craig can help you in your business, go to builttoscalehq.com.